Alright, part 14 of the truck project. I'll just do a real quick update on this as everything's very overdue. Now that the internet now works and computers are functioning and everything's back functioning okay. Anyway, here's so far here's the front end. Like I said, this is a Series 3 Jag front end, and what I've done, I think I've described previously, but anyway, what I've done, I've channeled the crossmember with these frame mounts, which are they're a bolt-on frame mount that bolt to the original 60 F100 frame, and I've channeled them as far as I can now. So basically that's the original engine mount pad. There is pretty much where the bottom of the frame butts up against this. These are all made out of 5mm. I've shaped this to the bottom of the frame. It's got a alignment pin for mounting into the frame. So yeah, it's got and what I've done, things have evolved somewhat. Basically, what I've done here is I've taken a lot of the sheet metal off the outside of the tower, and basically this is just your top control mount. And what I've done here is I've welded a piece of steel in there just to keep it all steady. And what will happen is that this will be boxed sheet metal, 5mm down both sides, and ultimately at the end of it all there'll be something for the bump stop here at the bottom. And what will happen is this is where the coilovers will mount. I've pretty much got all that configured. This is just a brief update. Next video should have something visual that makes more sense. Anyway, so pretty much these are the AFCOs will go in it. They're a adjustable rebound and compression AFCO, 1/2 inch spherical ends, and this ties in with the tubular top control arm. So pretty much this can sit through top control arm, and as you can see down the side there, this is where I pretty much here and here down the sides, that'll be boxed all the way through, and that will be boxed to that 5mm and travel down some, and then yeah, triangulated and braced and this and that. But that's where the mount's going to go. Bottom mount will sit on the bottom control arm. What's happening with that is I'll do the bottom control arm first. What's happening is that the original Jag bump stop will move in some, and it will probably bottom out position will probably be there once the sheet metal goes on. And what will happen is in this space here I will build a pretty much a mount that will it'll be a bolt-on mount, and it will hold the bottom of the shock to about that position there. And then that if I change ideas on shock length or stuff like that, I can change the mount as things evolve with these things. And yeah, the top mount will probably travel through some, and the top mount will probably be up in that region somewhere. So that should all fit nicely. Yeah, just quickly, here's the pretty much this is the sway bar theory that I've got. Yeah, spline sway bar. That's the arm. That needs to be bent. To and what will happen is it will tie in with this arm here. This will have metal flat, probably 4mm flat each side, and that will be drilled. That will be drilled through in several spots, and drilled through with the sway arm as well. And once that arm will be bent the same as the top of the control arm there, or the lower control arm, sorry. And what will happen is that will have spherical turnbuckles top and bottom, and then a series of holes so the thing can be adjusted for firm or softer, however it pans out. So that's pretty much all. It's it's all all theory at the moment, but in the next couple of days I'll be cutting more metal and making this thing reality, I suppose. So yeah, that's the plan. Chop the towers up to get the but yeah, they'll be all new towers built with 5mm plate. That should look pretty good. And just do a little bit of bracing here and there. I just brace the back there to the so yeah, that's all that's happening with that. I'll just flip this over just quickly if I can. Oh, there we go. Just hit the deck. Anyway, so what I've done, I've added a piece of steel there for rigidity, and what that does, that marries up with that. This will be cut down some, and this will have a plate from the crossmember out to probably this point here, and that's where the bump stop on the bottom control arm will work with. And so it's all welded right through. So I'm pretty happy with what's happening so far, but like I said, a couple of days time I'll put some more metal into it and it'll make more sense. So yeah, but that's it. The bolt-in Jag independent front suspension into a F100 front. So that's where it is at the moment, and that'll do for part 14. Just a quick catch up, and part 15 will probably make a lot more sense. Anyway, cheers.